This review can also be found in the Tribute Album Review Series playlist. Good morning, everybody. We're going to continue the week of reviews with a look at another Beach Boys record. This time, we're going to look at the Beach Boys' 1996 release, Stars and Stripes Volume 1, which is a country record with Beach Boys involved. This is basically a tribute record with artists like Lorrie Morgan, Doug Supernaw, Willie Nelson, Timothy B. Schmidt, and others singing Beach Boys songs, with the Beach Boys providing background vocals. Some of my favorites on this record include Kathy Tricoli's version of I Can Hear Music, which is probably my all-time favorite from the record. Another favorite of mine is Colin Ray's version of Sloop John B. And the version of Help Me Rhonda that's on here, I believe, by Sawyer Brown or T. Graham Brown. And they also do a rarity on here, which is a song that the Beach Boys did on their concert record back in 1964, entitled "Long Tall Texan," and they used to bring it out occasionally in the 80s. And Doug Supernaw covers Long Tall Texan. Doug Supernaw is the only one of the artists besides Carl Wilson that is no longer here. Doug died of cancer a couple years ago. And the reason I say this is essentially a tribute record is because other artists are singing Beach Boys songs. And this, I think, was put together to kind of capitalize on the fact that the Eagles had done one back in like the early 90s called Common Thread. So this was kind of to piggyback on that. And as a matter of fact, one of the Eagles is on Stars and Stripes. Timothy B. Schmidt does a tremendous version of Caroline O with string arrangements by the great Jimmy Webb. And the title Volume 1 is kind of a misnomer because there was never, to my great regret, there was never a Volume 2, although they did do, I think, some recording for a potential Volume 2, because there is a version of Sail on Sailor that I can't remember who did it, but I wish they had put that on either Volume 1 or 2. And there is a version of Tammy Wynette and Brian doing In My Room that is just beautiful. By the way, there was a documentary called Nashville Sounds that was shot detailing the making of Stars and Stripes, which we will be discussing in a later video. And also, um, to kind of promote the record, the Beach Boys played fanfare that year with some of the artists that were on the record. Um, and I think they may have done Sail on Sailor on at fanfare too. And they also did Little Deuce Coupe with the artists that covered it. Doug House is I think who covered Little Deuce Coupe. They also appeared with him on Live with Regis and Kathy Lee to promote the record. Unfortunately, I don't think the record fared well on the charts. Um, but and I think it is currently out of print now. At least the label that it is on is now defunct. It was actually produced by Joe Thomas, who helped produce Brian's solo record Imagination, and he also produced the Beach Boys' 2012 reunion album called That's Why God Made the Radio. And so the Beach Boys have kind of a history with Joe Thomas. And so overall, I hope you enjoy this. Please disregard the typo on the thumbnail. The album was released on August 19th of 1996, and I was wrong. The artist that covered Little Deuce Coupe is named James House, not Doug House.